Good evening, all. Good evening. That was so smooth. And here we go, Mr. Smooth himself.
Hello, everyone. Dude, you didn't upload the one I sent you. I sent you a new version when the volume decreases and we ease in.
Here we go. We eased in there. We're here now.
Sort of. We're here now. anyway. But yeah, it's do you know what? Going back last week, I was going through Alien Addict. I was trying to think, when was the last time I was on Alien Addict? When did I start going on the show properly? We'll get to chat in a minute. We're on chat. Which prompted the question to myself, when did me and Hidden go live? And then it was only last week I said, Hidden is actually, we went live basically 1 year last year. So we are celebrating, hence the thumbnail one. We are celebrating 1 year anniversary of me and Hidden going live. But then I made a mistake. Well, we did start doing podcasts and live shows together at that time, but it was actually the German Flying Saucer one we did. We did part 1 and part 2, which encountered us doing a live stream together, but we emerged our show, I think it was in June, like Cosmic Underbelly or something like that. But technically, we started going live during the German Flying Saucer, which would have been 1 year last year. So we are celebrating 1 year anniversary. And it's a bit like I was gonna swear then, but like a chill out, speak to the people in chat. Also, we've got Goldstupper, Rebecca, One True Saxon, and Third Eye Saw. How's it going, man? Yeah, first that means nothing. Yeah, do you know why do people say that? It's like kindergarten stuff. First, I'm like, what do you want? A bloody medal? Like, so I'm like an old man now, isn't it? Great start to the show.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
But yeah, I've got a few videos, but it's mostly just a screw it sort of live stream. Get to chat with you guys and chat. And I got a few videos. Remember the hard evidence. I've got some more videos of that to show.
And plus some 420. But before we dive in, I got something I need to say. And it's kind of dealing with a lot of the live shows and the topics that we're talking about, but we've upset some people.
Oh, go on.
We definitely upset some people.
Blackjack, how's it going, man?
And all I can say, here's what I got to say now. One guy in particular has come out and he's upset. I'm missing Chelsea for the boys. But no. Oh, okay. No, hey, don't miss Chelsea, man. Don't miss Chelsea.
Okay, one true second.
I thought you were saying we got no. Okay, this guy, he goes by. He's got Dragon in the title of his name. I don't want to really give him out, but I am saying to him, and I have written to him because we have had a little backwards and forwards. And as you know, I'm cordial as long as you're cordial to me. And he has been very cordial. There's a way of saying things, and he said it. I like the way he said it.
Okay.
He's not pro for us, but basically, I have invited him on the show. He seems very knowledgeable. But what I want to address, Mr. Dragon, is this. Within 5 minutes of doing research on Montauk project, within 5 minutes, it says it's a load of crap. It's based on a series of books. Now, what I think people are having trouble with, and what I mean disassociating with, is although Montauk project talks about a lot of stuff, we're saying that the Montauk project, what we know of, is possibly fake and gay. But time travel is not fake and gay. Monsters are not fake and gay. It's just the one topic, the one thing called the Montauk project. Now, the thing is, nobody knows what went on there. So you can let your minds run wild with speculations, go for it. But if we say, look, we've done our research, and we've done our research separately, You came up with the same thing I came up with, that it was based on a series of books by an author. They even gave his name. So please don't
hold on. Is this the guy who put the comment in the chat? Well, first of all, why did you invite this guy on? To be honest, I'm going to be absolutely honest. I am sick and tired of. No. What's going to happen? We're just going to end up having an argument. It's just going to be a shouting match. To be honest with you,
that's the thing. When you expect arguments and trouble, that's what you get. I don't expect arguments and trouble. I expect a discussion. That's what I expect.
Well, reading through this comment, you're not going to get a discussion. You're just going to get an argument. Do you know what?
I've been talking to him on Disclose.
The Montauk project stamp of approval is fake and gay. End of discussion. I've looked after the show for documentations. There's nothing to really back things up. I'm sorry. For me, as a researcher into German flying saucers, I have done my research. I've bought the publications. I know the whole conspiracy back and forth. Now, someone on bloody Twitter who's just watched a flipping 10-second TikTok video would say, "Oh no, you don't know what you're talking about." It's like, no, you haven't read any publications. The Germans did not build anti-gravity flying saucers. That is coming from someone who's done research. Now, no one else would say that. There will be like bloody History Channel, get them, but they just regurgitate what they hear without doing any fact checking at all. But I'm sorry, Dragon Gamer, but I am not going to have a conversation with you. If you can write a decent bloody comment, I'm sorry. This is not a conversation.
Mate, I've been talking to him on Discord.
Yeah, I don't have my time wasted over dumb conspiracies that fake and gay. I'm sorry for having to go, but it's just
but that's not it. See, the thing is, when you put a wall up and you're going to say, look, it's going to be this way, then you already set yourself up. Me, I'm all for open conversation. That's how I've always been. You know what I mean? I come in, but we don't want to talk about Montauk project with this guy because why? Because this guy seems to have a bit of knowledge, and I'm interested. If you had see, this is it. I'm always open to people that come at me correctly. He come at me correctly, and I listened to what he had to say.
Yeah,
I told him straight. You look it up for yourself. Montauk Project's a load of shit. But it doesn't mean that I'm saying time travel's a load of shit. It doesn't mean none of that. It just means that one thing. And that's so I've invited him on when he wants. He probably won't take it up because he's been called out. Or he might take it up. He's more than welcome. That's how I see it. That's how I like to roll, man. I don't like shutting people down. I don't think it's a right way to operate. Do you?
Well, no, I 100% agree with you. But if you're going to write a comment, at least put it a bit more like an adult, because if you speak like a child, you're going to get a comment like me saying Montauk Project is fake and gay. I've never spoken to him. To be honest with you, I can't stand having my time wasted. I really did a lot of research. But bear in mind, guys, that when I do research into a topic, it's not me doing it the day before. It's literally me really going through archive, using AI to give me the links and everything, trying to find something to actually at least back something up. This is what I do as a researcher. And I'm sorry, for Montauk Project, there's nothing to really back it up with, even with Philadelphia experiment. Okay, there's a few things that might link into it, but it doesn't really grasp the whole conspiracy in a nutshell. And I'm sorry, but now I'm at the stage as a researcher, I need evidence. I need sources. Okay, where is this information coming from? Who's giving this information? Like my German publications here. Okay, Germans built anti-gravity flying saucers according to TikTok. I'm like, okay, right, where did these stories come from? Well, Maria also, Joe Rogan, you got, look at the bloody, this is the same situation with the pyramids thing, the underground structures. Jay Anderson, great information, in terms of what you really take as perspective, but what he put forward, he didn't really research the papers. He didn't really listen to the 3-hour presentation, which was all in Italian, by the way, in that span period of when it was actually released publicly. It's just people just jump into the conclusions of what Oh, just
You,
trust me on that one. You know what I mean?
but see, the same thing is, I'm not defending my man, but I'm not against him because he got sensational information and he put it out there. The meetings didn't come out till after the information went out. I know that for a fact because I saw the meetings myself, but that was after. I didn't watch him because, like you said, they're in Italian. So I'm not watching them. But we're all, look, every single person that does what we do, we're guilty of it. We get the information. As soon as we see the information, we put it out. Then it's up to us that once more information comes out, then it's down to us to. Now, my man, this J dude, he's the big shot from this story. So he has. Now the duty I would have if it was me, I'd say, look, this is is that is this. But that's how it runs. What was the? I mean, look, Lou got caught with his pants down.
Oh my God! Do you know what? Okay,
but it happens.
Yeah. There's. I'm going to mention a YouTuber who I've met in person. He's a lovely guy. His name's Ben Emily Jones. Ben the J.R. Porter. You can find him out on YouTube. He's going since 2008. Now, he's on the Lue side. He believes everything Lue is going to give us disclosure. He thinks disclosure is coming by the end of this year in December the 21st, 2025. And he's been saying that for the past 15 years, okay, right? But a lovely guy. I've met him at conferences, really, really nice. So he calls us backslappers. He says all those backslappers, who thinks that basically ufology is a disinformation campaign and Lue is a disinfo agent and all that sort of malarkey. So he calls us backslappers. It's like, well, hold on a minute. Lue is a grifter and bullshit. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? But the thing is, he got caught again with this photograph. And when I listened to Ben Emily Jones's video, he was saying that he sort of disregard it. You need to understand why. If you're showing a photograph to Congress and you haven't backed up where it's actually come from, and then you say it's a real photo, well, supposedly a real photo of a UFO, and then immediately, within half an hour, gets debunked by the community, by the public, for Christ's sake. Again, Lue has got caught out, and mate, I am getting sick of this. I'm getting tiresome of why we should take this guy seriously. It's like, what True Saxon says, it's embarrassing. How are we supposed to?
I'm rolling, brother. I'm rolling.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's.
You see. Now I see it from two sides, right? Yeah. Because I give Lue credit where credit's due, and I'll give him his credit here on this. He put out a video. He put out his video, and he explained what happened. Whether you want to buy his explanation, that's down to you. But he explained what happened. Now, I kind of think two things, because in his explanation, he said he didn't vet the picture. It was handed to him as he was walking in from this airline pilot. And, not a lot of people, and this is what I got to say about Lue now, because I've seen what the other grifters have done. Okay. And when they have been caught with their pants down, they double down. They all double down. At least Lue put a video out, put his hands up. He thanked the Reddit community who sorted this out. But then does that destroy? Because, like you said, this wasn't the first time he's been caught with his pants down.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but if you think logistically, okay, if he comes from a very high part of the obviously there's a CIA, isn't it, intelligence agency, and he's been come forward as the new representative. Well, you want to say new, but the eye figure for ufology, the guy who's going to give us disclosure. Anything talks about ufology, things about Lue Elizondo. So the credibility is quite high up, but the fact that he's got caught once again, either he's a stupid idiot by showing this photograph, knowing the consequences, what could actually happen, because he's going to get absolutely teared apart. So he's not doing himself any type of favors. From somebody who's come from an intelligence background, what he said himself, he's come from his own words, counterintelligence.
That's my
so you would have thought he'd be a
bit more savvy, bit more
yes,
savvy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was the perfect time to drop a grift on him, to drop a little hoke or have a giggle with Lue, because he's walking in to not just a government meeting, but it's a government funding meeting. So, and somebody walks up to him and says, "Hey, this was taken by an airline pilot. Look at this UFO. It's about 100 feet long, traveling 1,000 miles an hour." Lue's looked at it and says, "Right, I'm going to show these cats this and say, this is why we need the funding."
But the thing is, it's fact checking of the photograph. This is it. It's just a common sense. Okay, let's just think logistics of this. He might have just been on his high horse. He's gone into a meeting. He's got to present himself to these high-ranking officials. And I mean, where is this pilot? This is the thing. Who is this pilot? Where is he? And the fact, I know there's a guilty pleasure of mine, Truth Seekers, I have to admit, Cambion, absolutely just, ruins him, absolutely 100%. But again, it was obviously a circle in the field. And how the pilot didn't notice that flying over that altitude.
It's somebody having a giggle with him.
Is someone, do you know what? Took the words right in my mouth. Is someone taking the piss? It's literally, I'm ranking someone. It's probably Jeremy Corbell dressed up like a gnome. He's got the beard for it, and he's like, "Yeah, check this out," and he took it off him. It's probably that.
He's
Otherwise,
an intelligent officer.
And coming from my conspiracy brain, one could say, well, actually, someone from the intelligence agency gave him that photograph so he can show that, knowing the community was actually going to tear him apart. But again, you can look at it at different angles. I'm just speculating here, guys. So this is. Do you see where I'm coming from, man? But again, it does not make him. It does not make him look good at all. And again, the credibility goes right out the window.
I know 100% how it feels. So I know I can't understand. I know how it feels to be duped. I can't, but to be in his shoes, it probably feels 100 times bad, because it went everywhere. All the papers, it went everywhere. So,
yeah, you're right, Rotary. It is a script. I just want to say hello to a few people. Stargazer, how's it going? Point Dexter, another one. I think you knew one. I haven't seen you in this chat before. Welcome on in. Jose, yes, I've just received your email, brother. My internet's extremely crap, so I do apologize. But yeah, I will pick up your email tomorrow, mate. And it's all to do with the artwork. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. And obviously, Rotary, how's it going, brother? I think I said
they do muddy the waters. But see, Lue said one thing in his apology video, and we're going to call it an apology video. Yeah.
Shall I find it? I've got the internet right here.
I've got it anyways.
Yeah, if you got it, show it, man. Why not?
I can quickly access it. But anyways, one thing that Lue did say, and I thought, you know what, you just really out of touch in this, is he said that there's no safe place for pilots to report sightings, right? There actually is a safe place, and this safe place has existed for about 5 years now, and it's called the NUFORC.
It's not the Automated Anomaly Resolution Office, formerly known as Arrow. Well, not formally known, but
no, it's not
that.
No.
Okay. What's it called again, brother?
NUFORC.
The National UFO Reporting Center.
Thank you. Thank you,
Shit,
thank
sorry,
you, man.
but
You know what? I much appreciate that, because as much as you've grown with the channel, so have I. I've grown with you. So, man, remember they were fun times, weren't they? When I only had 100 subs, they were fun.
oh, time flies, man.
Right?
Was that when
I'm
is that when you first had your first channel, or was it your
nah.
second channel?
This is my second channel. My first channel, I was getting different viewers because I was talking about things like Albert Pike letters, stuff like that, stuff people don't
Right.
really chat about. I was talking about that, and I was more how do you say it? I was more proper conspiracy kind of things. That was towards the tail end, because what I felt was everything that I've looked into, researched, and studied, I wanted to share and show you where this all is going, where it's all leading to. But
Yeah.
you know,
I understand, man. Yeah,
my friend said,
times changed.
like my friend said, when you get all this information, what the hell can you do with it?
This is it. You consume it, and you can go down a very deep rabbit hole. And one rabbit hole I like to go down. Speaking of Bonnie Blue, I keep mentioning her all the time. I don't know why. Jose is saying, Underbelly and Nick, if you don't mind, on another subject, Dogman, true or false? Many sightings recently. Very fascinating. Yeah, there's a paranormal, excuse me, there's a paranormal page I follow on Facebook. I wonder if I can bring it up. I'll have a little look. So it's nearly got close to 500,000 subscribers on here. And what's interesting is that people post photographs of like anything paranormal related. Is quite interesting. And so if you find on the Alien Alex show that I show basically ghost photographs, and a lot of that come from that. I can't bloody find that at the moment. I tell you what, since I got reviewed again for Alien Addict, and I tell you what, everything has become really weird. Like I had problems with like the chat with StreamYard and everything. Like everything's gone a bit weird. Not saying something conspiracy related, but yeah, the Dogman. There have been some interesting sightings on that. I tell you what, Jose, I shall put that in my category of notes. And if I got enough time tomorrow, I can bring it up on Alien Addict or. But no, I'm not ruling it out. It's a bit like Bigfoot. I know. Beginning of the show, guys, I sounded probably a bit too aggressive with the Montauk project and all that. It was just like literally, I was just like, if there's really nothing to go by, I'll just. Did you know what I mean? You know, I just kind of get frustrated.
This is a man who smokes weed, man.
I know the truth, man. but when it comes to mythical creatures like Bigfoot, even like aliens and orbs and stuff like that, I truly 100% believe it's even with like legends and what our ancestors were saying, what they're actually seeing. They were definitely seeing something because we've got cave paintings all around the world. So to say like Dogman, even I would say like Mothman as well, you know, potentially could exist. So what I'm going to do, I shall write that in my notes.
See, when you smoke weed, nothing is out of the realms of possibilities.
Except for Montauk project.
Listen, while you're doing that,
yeah.
See, but that's the whole thing. That's the one thing about the Montauk project that I want to stress. It is a real place. The place did exist, and it was shrouded in secrecy. So that's where the rub is. The Montauk was Camp Hero. Camp Hero was shrouded in secrecy. So all it takes, I mean, I could turn around now and say this is where the first human clones came from. Tell me something to prove me wrong.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you go? And this is the whole thing about it. Because the thing is all secret, you could, if you spill a good yarn, say, you know, Second Commander Davison was there, and he told me what he saw. He saw Captain Franks. You know what I'm saying? You start dropping names and say it with conviction.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna. So for every pot, there is a lid.
Yeah. This is the same situations for the anti-gravity real flying saucers for like the Germans invented. It's the same premise. It all leads to books and stories. Like pretty much all conspiracy theories. When you know this is before the internet, guys, so you need to understand how conspiracy theories worked at that time. We've got Adam Ward. Hello, everyone. We've got a big fat laughing Buddha joint twisted up. Ooh, nice. Anyone seen that? Oh my god, man! So what happens when I 420? I can't read properly. Bugger severe. That rings a bell. Actually, I might have something on my Twitter bookmark on that one. But yeah, welcome on in, Adam. Welcome on in, and happy 420.
There you go. So I'm gonna play the Lue thing because I got it hooked up right now.
Yeah.
This will help me reiterate one thing as well. When I'm quiet I've been quiet a lot on YouTube. Check out my other sites because sometimes I do post. And I did post up here. So the first picture is the picture that Lou showed on the Congress funded meetings or the government funded meetings. And that was the first picture. Now, I was on it with Reddit when I weren't doing the investigation. I was watching how it was being played out. And somebody posted the coordinates. As soon as they posted the coordinates, I mean, my missus was looking over the shoulder because I was on Google Earth. And I was there looking. And I could see him. And they were just hay circles, you know. They're just where something's been cut out and it's a perfect circle. And then next to it's the other. So looking at that picture now, you can see it.
It's clear as day, isn't it?
But the coordinates were given, and you could check it yourself on Google Earth, and you can see them because there's a couple of others. But so this is what Lou had to say.
Go on, then.
So let's bring it up.
He's got a cheeseburger in his hand.
Hold on, God, my computer. Why is it not working?
It's just fake and gay.
Sorry, where are we at? Hold on, let me take it back down. And I'll figure out why it ain't working.
Oh, hey, Drumstick, how's it going, man? I didn't see you in chat. I think we got...
Oh, that's
Chillstead. Hello, Chillster. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Come 420 and let's celebrate 1 year of me and Hidden going live. And we have nothing planned. It's just
it's just come and smoke.
It's exactly,
celebrate his 1 year anniversary, man.
Exactly. And we need to go through what we have learned in the last year because I mean, what a time to do podcasting in terms of how things have changed around the world. It's gone from crazy to even crazier. And now we're at the peak of like what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Lue Elizondo here.
Sorry, mate.
I thought I'd take a few minutes and talk to you folks about a interesting week we had on Capitol Hill. For the most part, I think by and large it was very successful. But I do want to address something. During part of this forum that we had on Capitol Hill, right before we started, I was provided a photograph from a private pilot who had asked me, he was concerned that there was no real reporting mechanism. And we've known there's no real civilian reporting mechanism for private pilots to report UAP. And he took a few moments and explained to me what he saw surrounding this photograph. And so I made the command decision right there and then that I would use that photograph as an example of why we need some sort of civilian reporting system for our civilian pilots. Now that the military is taking this topic seriously, we still have this big gap between civilian.
I'll pause it there. See how he says that we need a place where pilots can. Now, is he saying that we need a place for pilots to report to the government? Because that really goes on. That really goes on. Well, it's not even that. It's the ATF. The ATF has to report to the FBI, and as soon as the FBI steps in, it's all game over. We hear nothing more. So,
yeah, sure.
But again, if there's any pilots, or if you guys know pilots and want to say, look, it's called the NUFORC. You can report.
National UFO Reporting. Yeah, the National UFO Reporting Center, which is, yes, you are right. Civilian pilots and military pilots can come in and report their sightings.
Can you say
that? Go to the website page.
Can you say that again?
The National UFO Reporting Center.
No. A bit after that. I'm sure you said something where you are right. I like hearing that, man.
So, what did I? I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, right. So he's got that wrong, because you could, as I'm saying, about 5 years you could report pilots. You could report anonymously if you wanted to, or if you wanted to give the information, however you feel, you could report. You can share your videos of what you're seeing. I've been on there. I've looked on there myself, guys. They're not that interesting because they're dots in the sky. You know, good daytime footage, great. So, okay, let's dive back. Let's dive back to what Lou was saying now. Let's get back. But I just wanted to clarify where he's got that wrong. I don't know if it's because he don't know or he don't care. Whatever.
Go on then.
Or I don't know if he meant to report directly to the government. But like we said, as soon as ATC gets involved, they're going to report to the FBI. Because it goes somewhere else, and then the FBI. What is it? FAA. Is it the FAA? Yeah. All right.
In aviation and military aviation. And so I made the determination right there and then to go ahead and use that photograph as an example. And looking back now that people have reacted the way they have, I just want to make it clear. I did say several times the photograph has not been vetted. And quite frankly, I did not have the time at that moment to vet it myself. But I did think it was interesting and important enough to at least use it as an example why we need civilian reporting. And unfortunately, I think that message got confused. Now, it's possible I did not communicate it effectively. And if that's the case, I accept full responsibility. But I think it's important for you all to know that the intent of that was not to say, hey, look, this is a UFO. I never said that. It was to say, look, here's an example of a photograph taken by a private pilot who doesn't know what it is. And what he described to me, I took at face value that he was telling me the truth. And I still believe that individual was telling me the truth. And I think we need to be careful when we come out, we take a photograph, again, that had already been told, had not been vetted, right? So I said, look, folks, it hasn't been vetted. I just received it that morning. There was a lot going on. I made the decision to share that. And I made that decision because I thought it would be helpful in the conversation. Clearly, looking back now, it's not. It was a distraction to everything that a lot of people, a lot of hard work by a lot of people did to put this forum on for you, the American people, you, not me. I don't need it. It's for you. And I sincerely apologize that this photograph became a distraction and became the one thing people are now talking about when there was really so much more there, really important things. We had folks like Mike Gold talking perspectives of NASA and Anna talking about business and NSF, the National Science Foundation. We had Chris Mellon and Admiral Gallaudet and all these wonderful people, Dr. Eric Davis, telling you information that I thought was very, very important, and also the members of Congress. And so once again, I hope that this does not become an unnecessary distraction. I feel that it is, and if it makes people feel better, I will accept full responsibility. But it wasn't intended to fool anybody or say, hey, look, here's a picture of a real UFO. Say, hey, here's a real photo taken by a pilot who is confused, who doesn't know where to report things, and what he actually thought he saw, he believed. And so rather than ridiculing that, I think, it'd be a lot more helpful and beneficial if we could have a conversation about it instead of a fist fight about it. We always seem to have these fist fights in the UFO community with these weird knee-jerk reactions. And I'm telling you, it's not helpful for people who want to come out and tell the truth. If they're worried about being lambasted or their photograph or their quote unquote evidence being ripped to pieces, instead of looking at it constructively and saying, hey, look, we don't think this is, that photograph doesn't show anything anomalous, it shows X, Y, Z, that's fine. But the person who shared that photograph with me right now is very upset and very concerned.
Oh, poor baby.
I hope in the future we can take a breath for a moment and try to treat each other a little bit more kindly. Okay, this is tough work. A lot of effort's been put into
okay,
this.
fine. Okay, right. Okay.
This man don't know tough work.
Right. We need to go
in this
back.
field.
Okay, I'm going to try and find the clip of what he actually presented, the actual full clip. I got it in my bookmark on Twitter. I'm just going to go through it because I think he's covering his ass on this one, Hidden. And the people in chat, what do you reckon? He got his ass caught once again, and he's going, right, I need to get my way out of this. Now, being from an intelligence agency background, counterinsurgents or something like that, he is a professional liar. Okay, that's what he's there to do. He himself said he's not a UFO guy, and he is there to disband and destroy ufology and rebuild it anew. And I'm like, hold on a minute, we should take those words very, very seriously, especially from the background from what Lue is saying. So I would say that he's definitely trying to cover his ass on this one. You got a few more minutes left of this, so we are going by. Sorry, Hidden. Sorry, but we're going by that the fact that he used this photograph to say that we need some place for pilots to report their sightings. What the heck? I'm sorry, there are plenty of places. I'm not defending Arrow, but that is one of the first places to go to report sightings. The ultimate. This is what it.
No, it weren't.
This is what people would report.
No, it weren't. It was the NUFORC.
Yes, but at the same time, Arrow was set up to look into UFO sightings, and they were there to actually take it in.
By the government.
Yes, but they're also there to take in sightings. Look at the website, dude. It is there. It states that in there. If there's any UFO sightings, it has to be reported to Arrow. It's in website. I'm not joking. I looked into it. So there are multiple places these pilots can go. So again, I am not taking this guy seriously. But if you want to play the rest of it, mate.
So
I'm on one today, aren't I?
So on the back of that, yeah, you need to smoke another joint, mate. On the back of that now, right? If you guys viewing the people that's going to watch later, and you get to make it to this part, yeah, just remember the National UFO Recording Records or whatever, NUFORC. All you have to do is type that in. Tell your pilot friends that if they see anything, report it there. It's a safe place. It is definitely a safe place. This is not set up by the government. Okay, it is a safe place. You can even put it in anonymous. Now, the reason why I wanted to stop this now is to say, look at the apology. Do you guys remember that apology? I don't want to go back, but he says, look, if you need a fall guy, then I apologize for that. So it's kind of a bit of an underhanded apology, but nevertheless, he's taking credit where credit is due. So I'm going to play the rest of it out. Let's hear him talk some more bollocks or.
Yeah. Welcome to ufology.
Well, welcome to the government. Welcome to the government side of ufology.
Congress is going out on a limb and taking a big risk as well doing this. And if there are hiccups happen, guys. And I apologize. And again, I will accept full responsibility like I always do. It's not intentional. It wasn't intended to mislead anybody. It's intended to drive home a point that there is a pilot out there, and many of them just like him, who have nowhere to report UAP information. And that was the whole point of that photograph. And I actually took the time. The moment I received it, I made a judgment call right there. You know what? I think this is important enough to help drive the point home, whether it's a crop circle, a tennis shoe, or a real UAP. The point is that there are thousands of people out there that are in desperate need of some sort of resolution. And so I was trying to use that photograph to drive that point home. Now, obviously, if that did not get communicated, that's my fault and that's my issue, and I will absolutely own that, as I do every one of my mistakes. But let's not forget, guys, there's a lot of good stuff that was said in that meeting by a lot of people other than myself, and that's really what I think you need to take home from this.
No, sorry,
we've got a long way to go in this conversation, and again, people have been working very, very hard to do this. None of us have been paid to do this. We're doing it out of our own time, spending our own money, traveling long distances, disrupting our families to do this. And so I just ask you to please just take a breath for a moment and give people a break sometimes. You know, nothing is done maliciously to confuse you or try to derail disclosure. If anything, if there's one thing you should know about me, man, is I will do and just about anything for disclosure to happen. So with that said, folks, I hope we can continue to move forward, not allow this to be a major distraction. If it makes you feel better to blame me, then by all means do it. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, because a lot of folks gave a lot in that meeting for you to have access to information that they didn't need.
It feels like we are being interrogated, right? Imagine we're in the police cell, right? And he is interrogating you. It feels like that, doesn't he? He almost is like good cop, bad cop. The way if you really listen, like focus on what he's saying, he wants the sympathy. He's apologizing, so he wants you to sympathize with him. You know, guys, we shouldn't be nasty and be kind to other people. Lou, you have sent literally legal flipping, basically suing people for
I've heard
information.
I've heard about that.
Give me a break. I'm sorry. No. I cannot trust anything this guy says.
Is it true? Because a lot of people say a lot of things and get a lot of views in what they're saying.
Well, it's trends, isn't it, hidden? You know, partly. But what the point I'm trying to get
I heard the same thing about what's his name? You know these people. I see snip. What's his face? Corey. The guy. Corey? The guy who was going to make the flying cars. Come on, Corey Goody, Corey Good, Corey something. I don't know.
No, that's the actor, mate. I know you're talking about Corey something. Oh, Corey Goody.
The guy with the partings. Isn't he supposed to be suing Cambion?
Oh no, One True Saxon. Yeah, it's David Wilcox.
Wilcox, that's you got it. Where am I going? Where am I going with Corey, man? Who the hell's that? Who's Corey? Who? Yeah, you got him, David Wilcox. Ain't he supposed to be? How true is that? All these guys. I think I don't know, man. I don't know. It just sounds too bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't follow David Wilcox. There's a lot of outlandish claims from the guy, you know what I mean? I just can't really take this guy seriously. Like a lot of people in ufology, when you take a step back and you know, when you've been in the topic long enough, you understand how things go.
But that's my point. I'm not trying to get into this. All I'm trying to say is when they're saying like he's doing this to people on YouTube.
yeah. I don't know, mate.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is it true? Is it true though?
Yeah, this is it. It's you got to take things with a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt. Yeah. Can we just finish up Lue's owning this, and then
go on then.
We can get on just in case you guys haven't seen the picture or his great speech. We can get on with that because I haven't seen the speech. I didn't watch it. I just saw it all unfold. I saw it all unfold on Reddit. Reddit's pretty funny when it's going on. When it's going down. I mean, you know what's going on at the moment in Reddit? No. You remember that sphere that landed in Colombia?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going down big time over there, man. They got pictures of it and everything. You got rivets on the side, but it's insane story what's going on. Hello,
all right. Hey, Black Dot, how's it going? Welcome on in.
Anyways, let's
Sorry.
finish off with Mr. Lue. We got like one more minute of his apology of him eating a big apology burger.
They didn't have to do it. I certainly didn't have to do it, nor did anybody else. So with that said, I just hope that, if you want to get mad at anybody, makes you feel better, get mad at me. But
there you go. See,
a lot happened. I thought it was a rather, very, very important forum. And I hope you would agree that forums like that in the future need to happen for greater transparency. Now, it's also, very, very possible we could have turned around and just recorded everything and not live streamed it and go ahead and edit it later, and you would never know. But part of transparency is being truthful and honest with everybody and letting people see for everything as it is. So I made a call to go ahead and show that photograph because I thought it was important enough that it would help drive home the point that we need a reporting mechanism for our civilian pilots. If I fail to achieve that, I sincerely apologize, and that is my responsibility and only my responsibility. So with that said, I hope you all have a good day. Take care.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah. Bye, folks.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah, okay, I officially side with Lou.
What the hell's going on?
Are you playing like... Is that coming from you? It's not coming from me.
Yeah, that must have been coming from me.
Yeah. Anyway, pull up my video here. Right. Let's listen to what Lou said on that day. Now, it's not the best of audio, but anyway.
It's not the best of pictures either.
Pilot. It is a lenticular object, and when you look at the shadow being cast, it is significantly large. And the object potentially is anywhere between 600 to 1,000 feet in diameter. It's an object, and it is silver.
What were they? Irrigating circles.
Yeah, that's what I look like. I'm just pausing it.
That's what they are. That's what they are.
Yeah. So as you can see, he's basically describing the object, but I can't find anything of him saying that the fact that we need a civilian, not a civilian, a place to report UFO sightings. He just showed up the photograph, so you can see already is absolute total bollocks what he's been putting forward. Shame on you, Lou. But this is I look. There's one guy I listened to. There's one guy. It's a bit of fun, but I would have to admit, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. And there's one YouTuber who I do agree with, although anyway, I don't create drama. But it's Lou Reviews, okay? And he made a very, very good point, and I would wholeheartedly agree with this. And he says this: why hasn't anybody in ufology learned their lesson? Out of all the mistakes and failures that's happening, and when I had Matt on Alien Addict going back a few weeks ago, we were talking about where ufology was back then to where it is now. Even going back to where in the 2017 the New York Times article came out to where we are now. Okay, yes, we had congressional hearings. We have so-called whistleblowers. They're not whistleblowers at all. They haven't provided any information whatsoever. So it just seems to me that I don't think even a slow drip disclosure, I'm not expecting this disclosure to be rammed into your face. Like, here it is, right here. I don't think that's really going to happen. It is going to be a long process, but what I'm going to say this now is that the conversation has been hijacked by the intelligence agency, and that what I've been saying on Alien Addict for a number of years now is that the fact the conversation is going not in the right direction. It's not there for disclosure. It's to put the community in different avenues, different corners, split the community apart. And I think Lou is a massive part of this. And we just need to be very careful who we are trusting. And like the X-Files says, and even like my mum says, trust no one.
I love
laughing at.
I laugh because it's many things I always think of when I hear. Right. First of all, guys, you don't need the government to tell you this phenomenon is real. I don't know what you guys want from them. They're just, you ain't gonna get the truth. Their bottom line is this: we can't handle the truth. That's it. They don't know what's gonna come for us, but I just laugh because it ain't.
If
the best way for something to get changed, I know this is going to sound stupid, but in my opinion, just don't give them anything. Pay him no notice. Why do you think I don't care?
Yeah,
I just find it funny when they do things like that. I mean, I swear to God, if they ever dropped anything proper and I'm still alive, I'm on it. But
sure. But for instance, if you just look at ufology of how far it's got since, let's take the 1960s, where the phenomena was really the 50s that it really took off. Now, this book here, really rare book, UFO Photographs Volume 1. I've showed this many times on live shows, and this shows photographs taken back in the day. Now, if you look at basically what we are seeing here, it's so defined detail of craft in the sky, and we are talking about flying saucers here. The traditional brim of the hat. Here's another classic example of that there. We just don't see any of this anymore. Now, one can say, oh, these are people that are just jumped onto the hype of the phenomena, because think about UFOs back in the 50s, where a lot of these photographs were actually taken. It's a bit like it shows Billy Meyer photographs in here. I ain't going to show you that. But you think where it has actually come from to where we are now. We've gone from these sort of craft. One can say, oh, that's easily faked, sure, and it's just people faking stuff to go onto the trend or hypes. Because remember, that's how trends work back in the days. It's just people jumping onto something that's actually new, and this was a relatively new phenomena. But we don't see these craft anymore. We've done a show hidden when we did the Belgian wave triangle, so it's gone from.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool story.
Yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that because we actually had like reportings and actual sightings from people. I love stuff like that. That's not fake and gay, but this potentially could be. But if you look at these photographs to where we are now, we don't see anything like this. I mean,
I do.
I don't. Not as detailed.
It's I have, and trust me, there's some good pictures, but there's not that often. You'd probably get one maybe every 6 months now.
Do you want to see the earliest photograph of UFO? Oh, I'll show you. So I don't know if you can consider that. So this was taken in 1907. And it's that thing there, apparently. And you can see the description there, 1907, which is, it's interesting, man. I mean, I'm not, I've said this so many times. I need to clarify with people because people always say to me, oh, you sound like a skeptic. It's like, no, I'm not a skeptic. You need to understand the point of view where I'm coming from. I'm talking about, I love ufology. I love the history of ufology. So I bought all these books because I like to go back into the past and find out what they were saying back then without using the internet. Remember, books it's such an important part of the archive because it's like buying a CD. It's not on the internet. You're actually purchasing it. It's something that is you're holding to yourself. And that's really, really quite important. So that's one aspect for me as a researcher. I like to look into ufology to see what they were saying back then to what we are looking at now, basically. And nothing's really changed, really. But in terms of disclosure, which was a massive, some more photographs here, a massive hot topic at the moment where people expect we're going to get the answers. And look, it really ain't. We are not going to get the answers you're looking for.
But see again. This all goes back to the base. you know, the 4chan leaker, when he talked about the base, because he
You know
said
what?
they're constructing UFOs on to spec, like they change.
Oh, right. To be honest with you, Hidden, I haven't even looked into that. Is since you're the only person that's actually mentioned it, I haven't looked. I don't know this guy's story or anything about it, so I'm whole new to this, to that 4chan topic. I mean, I love to look into it. I can look into the Wayback Machine and try and find some information on it.
I
Is
can
he
give it to
still?
you. I can
Is he
give it
still
to you.
active?
Like, it's not active. It's done. It was somebody that claimed he had knowledge and he would answer as much as he could
Okay.
in that short space of time. But it
Right.
was really, really interesting. And the meat and potatoes of it is what he said is that there is a base out there. All the governments in the world, all the agencies in the world know
Yeah.
about this base. It's in the ocean. There no ships go by it. And what backs it up is there's an actual spot. It's 20 miles. And it would be easier, like if you take your boat, it'll save so much. Is it 20 or 200? It would save so much money just going straight across it than having to go around it in fuel and everything. Yeah. But they have to do this. They have to do this. There's an actual thing out there. I forgot what it was. But anyways, man. So there's this space out in the ocean and it's run by AI. And it's making these ships, these UFOs.
Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised, mate. I wouldn't be surprised.
But I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what, and this is where I stand on this. I don't know. I don't. It sounds so unreal that it's got to be a joke, right? It can't be real, right? But if anything, one of these stories that every so often a leaker will pop up with, this one was entertaining. It's really good. It's really good. It's worth it. It is worth the read.
Yeah. Send it over. I'd love to do. We could do an episode on it. I was just gonna say hello to Adrian Jones. How's it going, man? Saw Black Triangle back February 2024.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, man. They're making a comeback. The Flying Triangles. In fact, I'm going through all the. This is volume 2 of the book. Just got to show you just a couple of things. Right. See that? Someone has taken a photograph of the sun and they're saying that dot is a UFO. Now, I'm sorry, but that's a lens flare. Okay, we all know that. Very clear example of that.
These are the problems. But you see, it doesn't. I'll tell you what. Take those pictures, man. Take those pictures because I don't want to discourage anybody. I mean, I had a lovely. I hate it when I have to say shit because I had a lovely conversation with a woman out here in England. She sent me a video. And as soon as she sent me it, man, I knew what it was.
Was it that?
The frisbee.
Come on, a frisbee. Look at that.
That symbol there is actually quite interesting.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah.
The symbol means something.
Go on.
I forgot.
Hold on. So there's a series of photographs here. So this was taken on the 1st of June, 1967 in Spain. Snapped by... Oh, I'm going to butcher that name. But anyway, yeah, that is the first series. Okay. First series of photographs. And it looks like, one of those party dinner plates you put together, the cardboard ones. But here's another one. So as you can see here, this thing's darting about Billy Meyer style. It's the Germans. And yeah, that's it. That is a series of photographs there. But
was that taken in a Spanish country? Do you still have that picture open to the symbol?
Yeah. 2 seconds. Yeah.
Because I know it. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Where was that taken?
That was taken in San Jose de Val. Don't ask me to read, mate. You know how crap I read. It's taken in
Is it
Spain.
Spain? Yeah. Yeah. There's something with that symbol. I think it went to like some sort of cultist status. I'm trying to remember that symbol. Because as soon as you showed me the UFO, I knew the symbol.
Is it? I tell you, I'll Google it. Let me just. I've got the internet right here. What am I talking about? Yeah, 2 seconds, guys. I'm just gonna Google this.
So yeah, it has been an interesting one with Lue. Thanks. I'll tell you what, man, Lou, you gave me a good laugh, man. I was like, nah, man, you really screwed up on this one.
Yeah. It doesn't help your credibility, you know what I mean, man?
That's why I was like, you know what? I had to give him the credit that he did put out a video and did explain himself. I have to give him credit on that because we didn't see that with Corbell and all his foolishness.
Yeah.
And I mean, the biggest one, and I got to say, hands down, we can all speculate on the military footage that he's put out. We can all speculate on that. But was it 12 Pines photo?
Oh, God. Is that the...
Do you guys remember that? The 15 Pines or 12 Pines? And I mean, that one just got blown out the water. It was like a game of battleships on Reddit. As soon as that picture went up. And what annoyed me the most is Corbell himself had that photo enhanced. Either he did it or he got somebody to do it. Yeah. And in the enhancements, one of them, you could see the smoke trails.
Right.
That's what was annoying to me about that picture. And when he couldn't hide from it, because Reddit tore it apart. I'll tell you what, I think Reddit tore it apart within half an hour. Because they even had a guy that was at at that place, yeah, where the picture was taken, but he was independent. He took his own pictures, and he said, "Look, it's flares. Here's my picture. I was there."
Oh, right.
So
yeah, I remember that. That was very heavily debunked, wasn't it?
That's it. 20. Thank you. 29 palms.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Palms. Yeah.
Where was his apology? You know what I mean?
Yeah. These thing is, what happens now is all going to go quiet, and then he's going to come out when something big is going to come along. And these people plan their moment. It's a bit like Stephen Greer. He plans his time, his movement.
Well, that cat don't have to no more.
Well,
he's doing his documentaries. He don't have to no more.
Yeah.
You know, I just this is why I feel sorry, but there's not a lot going on out there, and it's getting back to the misidentifications that I don't understand now. We're so far down the line now, where we know what Starlink looks like. We know what Elon Musk's rockets look like. We know what a fuel, you know, when Elon Musk does the fuel blowouts. We know what those look like.
Okay, pull this up, brother. Pull this up. I'm going to show you this now. Okay. So what hidden, right. So this is from the website itself. Okay. That hidden was talking about where pilots can come forward and give their UFO sightings. This is the National UFO Reporting Center, dedicated to collecting and dissemination of objective UFO UAP data. So let's go file a report. And what's interesting here, ladies and gentlemen, is you have a bunch of just a quick summary of what basically people see in the sky. We know what the Starlink satellite is. Okay, we can see that there. Okay, these are obviously not UFOs. Now, rocket launches. Yes, I would agree with that, but I would honestly say
That's a fuel dump. That's when they're dumping the fuel.
to be honest with you, I am not agreeing with that one because I can show you what a fuel dump looks like. Would you like to see it?
You showed it. You caught one on your camera.
No. I'll show you what a fuel dump actually looks like. 2 seconds. Oh my god, I gotta find it now. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna find that. Ew. Hold on.
It's a fuel dump. I've seen loads of them.
Dump. Is you hold on a minute. Okay, right. Let's just show this then. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. I was going to show a news report. Okay, so what we have here, let's just go through this just quickly. Okay, so we have the fuel rocket dump, which is a load of nonsense. The spiral we're talking about here, and of Venus and Jupiter. Yes, so there's the big brightest sun stars in the sky. We can see. I said sun there. Dumbass. Obviously, objects reflecting in the sunlight, especially we're talking about photographs. You get the little blob that you see, which I just showed a photograph back then in the 1950s, which the same phenomena happening. Okay, pulsing lights in videos obviously can be aircraft and obviously hoaxes and stuff like that. So, this is what the first summary of reporting this. I thought I was just going to show you that first of all. So, if you just click off that, go into that and that, and go to this. Right, this is a fuel dump. Okay, so where is the spiral effect on that one then?
It's just up in the corner there.
I don't see it. What, that thing there? Where cursor is?
Up here, where the words are.
I don't see it spiraling. Hold on, let's find a different one. Okay, so this was taken. Let's have a look at this one. No.
It's a fuel dump, man.
It's not fuel dump.
Okay, it's not.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm not going to argue.
No. This is it. This is
not
it.
a fuel dump.
No. I'm not going to have an argument. I'm not going to have an argument.
Let's scroll past all the other fuel dumps to show me ones that look different, and then say the others ain't.
Right. Look at this one. This is the one that I was trying to find. No, there's two of them actually. Right. Watch this.
This is like going to work.
So this is a fake gay space rocket taken off, and now watch this. Okay, where is the spiral effect on that one? Where's the spiral? Chat.
It's more than likely if you stood there. We're seeing from a side angle, but that looks good. I like that.
See, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice clear footage. Now, where's the spiral? I think I might see it. No, it's not. No, where is the spiral effect? If this is a fuel dump, okay.
Yeah.
Or is it a night launch? I don't know. I didn't read the description. No, I'm not believing that. I'll fight anyone who says that. I'm joking. Man, I've been really aggressive this episode. I'm really pissed off with someone recently. I don't know. It's probably I'm just. But if you look, all these spiral effects, it's been going on since way before. I'm going to show you something. A spiral effect dating back before rockets were even taken off. Do you want to see one?
Let's see.
Right, hold on. Right. Okay. So this is Vladimir Tzinski, German researcher into the UFOs, like I do. It's basically me going back like 30 years ago. All right. And this is a presentation you can find on YouTube. That's 7.5 hours long. Okay. Listen to this.
The whole starter, the blue field of electrical, we can't produce it. This our official science and technology cannot produce such strong field as you can produce under an anti-gravity drive. So one of the contractee accounts talks about anti-gravity saucers being powered like an flying electric motor.
Look at this.
This is a very interesting contactee account from Red China. And here, unlike in Britain where the crop circle is on the surface, on the ground, here the drive of the craft affects space-time and the atmosphere in such a way that we have a circle formation on the underside of the craft. We have a white and a black forces chasing.
Hidden, what do you see?
I see a spiral.
See a spiral. See what I mean? See,
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm trying to track back the book on this. It's extremely hard. But guys, this is all in books. You know, this is ancient books that Vlad is showing here, and you can clearly see a spiral effect. He's saying it's a UFO sighting, but look, this is what people are seeing.
Each other in a kind of a never-ending yin and yang frenzy, ever chasing and never reaching each other.
That's very interesting.
This is a rotational dipole. The yin and yang is basically a rotational dipolar vortex. I've seen also a triple yin and yang where three
I'm leaving that up, Blackjack.
chasing each other in a circle. This is a rotating tripole. The swastika is a very simplified representation of a rotational quadrupole of 4 poles, plus minus, rotating. We would see very soon that this is exactly the case. Some Russian experiments prove that the swastika is basically a representation of their quadrupolar anti-gravity drive.
There we go. So we can trace back these spirals for a very long time. And I think, obviously, me being conspiracy theorist brain or that, they could just say that, oh, it's just a SpaceX rocket, when in fact they're actually opening up portals. So there we go. Or I'm not saying they open up portals, it could be something else interdimensional. So you've got to take that into consideration. So again, when people say, oh no, these spirals are relatively new phenomena, I'm like, no. Vladimir Tzinski, and people go, who's that guy? I'm like, so where you need to do some research, buddy. He come forward and says, look, he said that's a UFO, an extraterrestrial. Could possibly be. But nevertheless, fascinating, isn't it? There we go. Good old Vlad. One true Saxon, just for you, mate. Which I'm going to be honest with you. Hidden, can you hear me? Don't be a dick.
Okay.
Do you know what? I've done 2 parts on German flying saucers. Can't say the N word. You know what I'm talking about. NA. Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Nice to see you. They don't like that, YouTube, at the moment. So what I'm going to do is probably...
Kanye's getting away with it.
He's getting away with it. Fine, isn't he? But for me... it's been pretty tricky. Hello, Tony, how's it going, man? So what I might do is a Vladimir Tzinski thing, showing his presentations. There's a few videos of him. But yeah, YouTube recently are really cracking down on UFO content and anything alternative. Did you guys see the metal orb of Busan from
Do you
Germany.
do you know about all this? I've
Do
got it
you,
all there.
have you got it? Oh, do you know what, mate? If you could bring
Yeah.
that up, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Do you know what? I think I've got something on my bookmark. I'll have a little look. But mate, if you can bring that up, that'd be
Certainly.
amazing.
Well, I think the best way to tell the story, yeah, is to go to the source. So we've got the German company stuff.
Mm.
So let's.
It has effects on people. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking through my notes. I don't think I've got anything here. It's all on you, Hidden. Oh, we got Hiding Busan, the man himself.
He's in on it, man. It's been quite interesting. So let's. We'll start at the beginning then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all started with this orb.
Yeah. Yeah.
This footage. Now it's called.
Oh, it's called Bugger. But is it? How'd you say that, Hidden? Bugger
I'm
Sit
not.
with Bugger Spear.
I just put it up there.
Now, in terms of footage, this is pretty good. Oh, it's the name of the city. Okay. All right. Cheers, Adam.
But then it landed.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Right.
Thank you. So what are they saying on Reddit, mate? What's the news?
Well, it's not. Well, they've just been covering what's been going on here. So you got that. So then, because of the outcry of the footage,
Yeah.
they played the original footage.
Mm.
But then, so we'll skip all that, yeah. Because do you guys do you want to see the original footage?
Yeah. Go for it. Let's have a look.
Okay, so oh god, let's take out. So here's the original footage. Hold on, let's take that down. There we go. Obviously they're trying to cash in.
Who is this German company then?
God knows. But they're actually they were the first ones to drop the video. It's theirs. See, I don't know. There seems to be just too much noise in the footage.
There is, isn't there?
I just don't know.
Moves like a balloon. I don't know.
No, I don't think it does.
No.
I like the footage, but something about it, and like
Look, I'm good. I'm going to be honest with you. Look, when I caught that aircraft in the sky, or big bird, once I zoomed in with my phone camera, it became really unstable, really shaky. So in one respect, I understand once you zoom in with a phone camera, you ain't going to get the stabilization, and it's going to become very, very shaky. It will become very distorted.
yeah.
But you would have thought new phone technology, it always gets advanced with these cameras.
It just seems to be too much noise.
And you're right on that one, Hidden. Way too much noise.
That's better. That's better.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see in footage. Okay, this is a bit different. I haven't seen this. I don't want to put on the sound because I don't know if the music's copywritten, and I would suspect so because.
And it cuts off. How convenient, Hidden. How convenient. It's good though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's really good. I like that. That's good.
So
I'd like to find more about this German company.
So what's happened now, is they've got the sphere and they took it to be examined. Let's see if they're playing any of the fake and gay music.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. So what is that all they got? Is that all they're doing is just showing a picture? Yeah, it looks that way. Oh man.
Let's see the picture.
There is footage.
I think that's probably fake.
I think Jaime was like, no, there is footage.
I'm sorry. I need better than just a photograph on this one. Chat, what do you guys think? I don't understand why you're just taking. Either they're actually planning something.
I'm jumping out of that. Let's see what Jaime's got to say.
Oh God, here we go.
The bugger sphere and why everyone is talking about it. Okay, let's see what Jaime said on this.
Television. An operations center is located. I invite you to visit this place one day. It's an underground plaza. We are on the 3rd floor and down, right? Despite that, it has a Let's try to contact our friend Nacho Rojo.
There it is. Let's see.
This was presented by the company Germany, which has been investigating this. So far, nothing has been released. Possibly, well, this is related to this investigation. If so, then we will release all the information.
This is awful.
We are in contact with a person who is the one who has provided all the evidence and who took this sphere that the video recorded and recovered.
Why are you filming yourself?
This Mr. Jose recovered it, because this is, the original image, as it says there, directly from the company Germany, a company that manufactures magnetic equipment to detect things in the subsoil.
This is gay.
This is
and
rather
they, with their equipment, have been studying and are truly surprised by this sphere. There is no doubt about its authenticity and, above all, that the sphere exists and that it is being investigated, that it fell to Earth and that it is recorded on video.
I can't sit through any more of this.
It seems to me, the most important thing. Here there are...
Do you see what we've got to deal with? ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to content as a UFO channel, you got to deal with this sort of stuff.
It's the AI as
Vetted
well.
Vetted just uploaded new data on that about an hour ago. I'm sure it'll be filled with information.
Fire is applied to it, it doesn't heat up. Up to 400 C.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Go check out Patrick, man. I'm not interested, to be honest.
Do you think that's the actual object itself? Why is it taken all this time to suddenly release that? Do you know what I mean?
I think they released it a couple of days ago, but it's probably the German company because they're the ones that are pushing it. I mean, they never even answered me. I wrote to them, never even answered me. So I just don't know. I don't know what's going down. On the very first video I wrote to them, but I didn't ask them permission to use them because I found it interesting that they said, well, we have the object and there's gonna be a press conference about it. So I wrote to them saying, oh, when is the press conference? You know what I mean? And I thought that's a bit weird. They ain't get back to it.
And no reply. Yeah. I'm just trying to find anything on here. Yeah, it's hard to get any answers from anybody these days with anything, but they're either using the German companies actually using that video for trends and likes, obviously, or there's another motive to it. But you could go with any aspect on that one. So
there's something just not right.
Yeah. I tell you what, I think as like good content to show. Could you remember hard evidence, UFO hard evidence?
I may be old, but I'm not that old.
Played it a lot longer. I'm just trying to find content to show.
I want to know. I want to know how come Kanye West can get away with putting out that song.
What song?
His new song. And I can't even call people's names on here. I just can't say their names, but my man can put out that song.
I've never been a fan of Kanye West. Never been a fan.
Whether you're a fan or not, how can Kanye West put out a song like that? How?
Is it bad?
We can't even say the man's name. We have to say Mustachio Man.
Oh really? Oh yeah, because he's a
but
big
he
fan.
can put a song out like that and get away with it.
Oh, did he write a song about him? Did he, Mustachio Man? I take that as a yes then.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I've never been a fan of him.
It's one rule for one and one rule for another.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's how I see it, man. I mean, I'm all for freedom of speech and all that, but there's no freedom of speech. We can't say it. We have to talk in code.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is YouTube we're talking about, you know.
And my man can put out a song on YouTube and get away with it. Allegedly, you got it.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Right. I'm rolling up. Who's joining me?
I will do in a minute, mate. I can't find it. And YouTube is doing that thing again when it's like I've noticed with YouTube, it's become extremely frustrating. I don't want to play victim here, but it just seems to me like there are rules for thee and not for me. I mean, yeah, I'm like the German research I'm doing, what I have done, but I'm presenting on Alien Addict, and I'm getting reviewed. It says we find your content
Faking
is
gay.
question. Yes, fake. Yeah. I wish I said that, but it's saying that is subjected for review. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? You know, I am literally providing historical books and publications. It's not like I'm sighing with the subject. I'm just basically explaining it in detail that no other YouTube channel is doing. Now, if I put in German flying saucer or the other word for it, you get other YouTube channels that pop up that get thousands of views, and they can use the word and all that. And thinking, well, they don't do the research like I've done and presenting the sources of information, but I get targeted for it. And because Alien Addict is not my channel, I have to just sort of take things out, and it's like, well, why am I getting affected by this? I don't find it seems
When
to be
Mr.
very
Kanye West can put a song out,
exactly,
and that's
and he's.
okay.
I know. I find it extremely frustrating, and it's very disheartening.
I'm sorry, because that's been bugging me from when I actually went on YouTube and found the song.
Did you find it? Did you? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, you're being fake and gay. Come on. Come on.
So that's the mind boggles when you can sit there and say, I don't care about the song one way or the other. I really don't. I think it's a bit insensitive of him, but that's him. That's him. But I don't care. I don't care one way or the other. I just care about the policies that YouTube has. One rule for one, and yet a different rule for another. And that's been bugging me.
It's is at this point, mate, where you go, well, is there any point? I mean, for instance, if you lived in the Southwest yesterday, we were bombarded with those trails in the sky, what we call daily dose of vitamins. It was so bad, and I thought it's actually worth talking about it. And but you just can't do it. You can't do it without getting. I mean, the government has approved to dim the sun, right? You heard about this, Hidden?
No.
Well, the government has basically gone ahead to dim the sun. And I was talking about that last year, in the beginning of last year, because it was on the government website. And that video I put out 11 months ago is only got 19 views. 19 views. How is it possible for any YouTube video to get 19 views? It's saying something, isn't it?
Just 19 people found it interesting, and
No,
two of them was you.
Yeah, probably two of them is me. Yeah, and my family members. Like, but do you know what I mean? It's just I've seen so many stupid, dumb videos on YouTube, let alone there's so many like crap stuff, and I bring out proper information, valuable information, and it just gets shadow banned. You know what I mean? Hey, John, how's it going, man?
Hello, John. My hands are full at the moment, John.
BJ Miss Adventures, welcome. Oh dear, it's our mate turned up. It's our after hours.
I haven't spotted him.
After hours with BJ, welcome in. BJ's. Oh mate, let's find this hard evidence because it had some pretty cool music. We really enjoyed that. I managed to find it. Let's have a look.
But that spear thing, I don't know.
I don't know about that, mate. I really don't know.
I know they had it X-rayed and everything. I think Mossad is Jaime taking over, because if Jaime's taking over, then there you go. He's
Credibility lost. Yeah, I understand, mate.
I wouldn't say that, because those mummy things, it ain't done and dusted yet with them.
Oh no, it's still going. Oh god, should we bring up our mate? Oh god, here we go. Okay. All right, guys. So if you're expecting a topic for today, this is just a nice, relaxed live stream with me and Hidden. And yeah, apologies if I sounded very aggressive earlier when it comes to the subject. I'm very frustrated, and the clear signs is there that we are not going to get disclosure, and I think there's a lot of infighting, and sometimes we've got to take a step back. So I do apologize if it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just ufology, and I'm a content creator, and it's a mixture of things. I'm not making excuses, but yeah. No SMRNA. Yeah. I did notice that. Mrs. has gone to bed, but she hasn't messaged me to keep the noise down. And Hidden had a go at me because you said my microphone's crackling.
I didn't have a go. It was crackling. I was helping you out.
No,
You wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want to go on there crackling, would you?
nah, mate. No,
And then you would have said, "Why wouldn't you tell me?"
I tell you what, just going off topic, for those of people in America, we don't get a lot of your products, but we got like Lucky Charms and stuff like that. But sometimes you got the imported section in where I get my local groceries, and I've never tried root beer. Now I don't know if you got this in America, this brand. I've always wanted to try it. So
A&W.
Yeah, is that British, mate?
But that's AW. There's no N there. A&W root beer is American, but that's there's no and there. That's weird.
Yeah, it says it's from America. So as this has been sat in
John's from America, isn't it? A&W root beer.
Is that it?
And wasn't there an and in there? That just says AW.
It says it's from America. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to officially try.
We got AW. I thought it was AW. Never mind.
Yeah, AW. So first time trying root beer. Let's try it. Just a smell. Smells funnily. Oh.
A&W root beer.
Oh my! Wow. Well, first of all, that is so sweet.
Nice.
It tastes like.
Yeah, A&W.
Mate, one true Saxon, you're right. It tastes like aniseed, fennel, and oh my god, I can't.
It's not
That's
ginger
vile.
beer. Root beer is nice, man.
Oh,
I'll tell you what'll make that nicer. You got some vanilla ice cream.
Oh, actually,
make a root beer float. Make a root beer float.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, I have had recently. Okay, is Coke with vanilla ice cream, perfect. And there's one thing that is totally American that I've tried recently that I never thought would work. It's pancakes, American style pancakes with maple syrup, but with strips of bacon on it. And I literally went my whole entire life thinking that will never ever work. Well, I had some strippy bacon and I had some American pancakes. It's like a protein pancake, but it was an American style thing, and I had maple syrup. I thought, let me just try this, and my god, beautiful. Absolutely I couldn't believe the bacon and the sweetness from the maple syrup and the pancake work so well.
Have some scrambled eggs with that and some sausage, yeah.
No, honestly, sheep or pop.
Mhm.
It is lush. It's I was so taken back by it. But yeah, it works. Yeah, you're right, John. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, but it's you got to have maple syrup, honey. Okay, as a substitute, but lemonade with ice cream.
I have to say, in the UK,
Mm.
for the American listeners or people that know, is pancakes is different in the UK because
Yeah, we got
they used
flat.
to they used to put sugar on it and squeeze lemon on it. Like when I first come over here, they all said about pancake day. I was looking for I really was looking forward to it. And then
Yeah, because
when I saw the crucifixion that was going down,
because our pancakes in England, it's
they're like
flat.
crepes.
They're like crepes, and to be honest with you, um, in Sainsbury's where I get my local groceries, they got the pancake section, and they have the American style pancakes, but it's got protein in it because obviously when we working out, you got to have the protein. I thought, oh, let me just buy that. I haven't had that in a while, and they're big, thick, and real fluffy, and it recommended saying use maple syrup, and I used maple syrup, and I just so happened to have stringy bacon. You got to have stringy bacon,
But see,
big bacon.
with the maple syrup in England now, you got to watch that too.
It's
Because
not
not
real.
all of it's maple syrup, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
My recommendation, if you do like root beer, yeah, try and see
Mm.
if you can find it in a bottle. Always get it from a bottle.
Yeah. I tell you what, I don't want to, obviously with brands and all that, but if you really want a good brand, especially like root beer or even like tonic water, Fair Tree is really good. It's got no nasty substitute like sweeteners and stuff like that.
That's what makes it good, though.
Yeah, no, honestly, but they got their own Coca-Cola, and it's made from herbs, and I tell you what, it tastes so nice. And they got their own root beer, not root beer, ginger beer. And I tell you what, I don't really like ginger. I like ginger women, redheads, but in terms of like ginger beer, I don't really like it. It's only like if they put artificial sugars in it, I don't like it. It's got a twang to it, like that does. It's bleh. But if you get a really nice one with sugar in it, the ginger beer, really nice. Yeah.
See, you see in my house when I have
Mm.
pancakes, I have it with bacon and scrambled eggs, and I go and get the round sausages. But you see, still in England, they get the mixture wrong. So just throw in some black pepper on that. The sausages that are round.
Yeah.
Get some of them. Put some black pepper on that. Oof. Man, that is the
Is it
breakfast.
the one
Well,
that's curled up? Is that what you're talking about?
no. They're just flat. They're like a patty. They're like they.
Oh, right. Yeah. I see what
I
you're talking
think
about.
I
Yeah.
think they call them. I think they call them breakfast sausages.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. I getting hungry now.
Yeah, me too.
4:20. Get the bloody munchies.
Yeah, talking
Egg
about those
roll.
pancakes, man. Oof. But see,
Yeah, mate.
my family now, they think that's strange that I enjoy it. And I explained to my missus, I said, look, in America, yeah, pancakes you can have either way. You can have it sweet or savory.
Mm.
So, and I said, I prefer my pancakes. I like them savory. I like them with bacon. I like them with scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, scrambled eggs. I don't know about that, mate.
Mm.
I suppose would it work? Yeah, I imagine so.
And if you're trying to mass up, yeah, or you're trying to
Mm.
build up some body mass, throw on a little
Yeah.
bit of cheese on that. Ooh, you know, put
Yeah,
some
I
grated cheese on your scrambled eggs.
oh mate, that's too fatty. That's too fatty.
But it's delicious.
Yeah. I tell you what, me and the missus, we went to a farm shop. I love my breakfast, like big breakfast. It's people in America that don't know. If you type in English breakfast, you know what I'm talking about: bacon, sausage, tomatoes, and all that. And there was one near us, and we thought, oh, let's just go there. And it was in a proper farm shop, and we had like the most organic sausages, bacon. The eggs were pretty crap, but all in all, it was like such high quality, and we actually ended up getting some sausages in there. But what a difference that makes, getting proper, fresh, organic meat. Made a hell of a difference. It really, really did. And even the bread as well, just like all organic. I'm hungry now. I want to get breakfast. Bacon sandwich. I tell you what, is one of my guilty pleasures is, one thing I was going to say about the farmer shop, they brought out this little dish, and it had all this yellow stuff. I was like, that's a bit weird. I was like, I've never seen that before. And it was butter. And it was the best butter I have ever had. It was proper creamy. It was made in a farm. It's like all farm produced. And we ended up going to the farm shop and buying some. So my missus has been having like proper organic butter. But, oh, mate, everything's like such a difference, Support your local farmers, guys, honestly. You might pay a little bit more, but you will get quality. I bought sausages and, just banging. Absolutely banging. I forgot what I was going on that one. Getting my leftover steak from last night. Oh, mate, steak. Do you like it rare, well done, or blue?
I like mine well done, man.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't like it red. It's a sign of it's not been. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not. I tried one medium. Because I went through a phase where I was getting connoisseured.
Ooh.
So with the steak, I didn't like medium, but that was supposed to be the level where it's supposed to be at, and I tried it and I was like, it don't taste cooked.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, because a lot of people that say that when you have your steak red, even when it's a little bit pink, you retain the flavor. I've never been a fan of it. I need it well done, and a lot of chefs will probably spit on your steak for actually stating that you want your steak well done. But I'm in agreement with you, mate. I just can't stand it. For me, it is a sign of it's not cooked properly. Don't eat meat anymore. But when I did medium rare, everyone says to me, eat medium rare. Got to try medium rare. It is a life changer. So maybe I should pluck the courage and stop being such a pussy, and actually, I'll keep you all informed. When I have a steak, I'll have it medium rare.
Yeah.
Good thing Gordon Ramsay isn't here. Oh, mate. Yes, he's back. He's back. He's back hidden. Yes.
I'm trying to get you, man.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
I'm not gonna laugh, man. Not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna try not to laugh.
Oh, mate. Yeah, welcome on in, man. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. But mate, I tell you what, my guilty pleasure is when you got a neighbor cooking a bacon sandwich, or even like bacon. The smell of that alone just makes me crave for a bacon sandwich.
It's something about bacon, man. It's something about bacon.
Well, I tell you what, one thing I did notice with bacon, right? I like it smoked, smoky bacon. And
bacon.
what I noticed, mate, is that the smoked bacon is actually, they spray a chemical on it to actually make it smell like it's been smoked, so it's not cured properly.
I remember as a kid, I used to love sausage, and they said to me, "You know what's in it?" And they told me, and I said, "Look, I don't care. I don't care."
Well, if you look at like kebab meat, that alone
I
is going to
stopped
be.
eating kebab.
Oh, mate.
You
Anyone in
know,
chat
no,
will
you know
know.
what?
Go on.
I'm going to tell you a gruesome story, and this is why I stopped eating kebab.
Go on then.
Right?
Go on then.
Basically involved. I think this took place in Scotland. This little story unfolds, but it's somewhere up north in England. Could be in Scotland. I'm not 100% sure, but it involved this. It involved this teenager that got taken by this guy who owned a kebab shop.
I can see where this is going.
Exactly. And I thought, well, all them people went in there was buying this kebab, probably tasted nothing unusual. God knows. Because what is a kebab? What's in it?
It's mixed meat. It's mixed meat.
So
I reckon
that's why now I don't sink my teeth into no kebab. It ain't happening. Because you think about how many people go missing, never to be seen again. How does that happen?
I guarantee we've probably all eaten, especially processed food, some form of squirrel, raccoon, probably even human as well. Put it this way,
that's where I have a problem. I don't mind eating meat if it's meat, but I ain't signed up to be no cannibal here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to name the brand, okay?
Please
but
don't.
Years ago, no, I don't. That's all right.
Allegedly.
But it was before the horse meat scandal. Okay, I'm not going to mention the brand. Don't worry. But I used to, when I worked for a disco company, I used to buy these pasties, and it was steak and gravy. And every time I would eat a piece of the meat, it was like, God, this is really gamey, it's really chewy. And then it found out it was horse meat. Not only that, but there's someone in chat who will say the same thing. And if you go to a specific supermarket, not naming who it is, and used to buy the ravioli, big tin of ravioli, used to look inside the meat, and you see these like
little
looks
fingers.
like
Help.
it looked like something. It looked like tubes or like tubings and all that. It looked like it wasn't meat basically, and that put me right off. But we have all eaten some form of dodgy shit. Sorry for swearing, hidden PG-13. PG-13, we can say one shit. It's fine. I said two shits. That's the third shit I said. That's the fourth one. But in terms of what we're eating, we don't know. So this is what I mean, guys. Support your local farmer, unless you're Willie Pinton.
But you don't know, though. I mean, this local farmer now might have ties with the mob. It might have to get rid of one of these missing people.
Have you heard? I don't want to divide the subject a little bit. Willie Pinkton.
No. But if movies have taught me one thing, it's taught me that never trust the person that owns a pig farm.
Right, listen to this. Okay, so me knowing true crime. So Robert William Pinkton, known as the pig farm killer or the butcher, was a Canadian serial killer and pig farmer. After dropping out of school, he left. He was
Rest my
basically
case. Rest my case. Never trust the man who owns a pig farm. That's one thing.
So what
wasn't
happened?
That Snatched?
No, that was. I think it was a different movie. It was.
No, you ever watched Snatch?
Oh,
one
Snatch!
Of the guys,
yeah.
He always threatened to take him down to the pig farm, and that was a quote. Don't mess around with a guy who owns a pig farm.
Basically, what Willie Pinkton did, that he would pick up prostitutes. He killed them, so he was charged with 20 murders. But what happens is that the meat he would basically dissect the bodies to get rid of them. So you just have like bones, and he would scatter the body pieces, various body pieces around his pig farm, which was later found out. But he would take the meat into the processing plant to make sausages. And it wasn't until 2 months after the Canadian government says, yeah, you probably want to stop eating the sausages because it most likely has human meat in it. And they did a trace in with the sausages, and they found there was traces of human meat in it. So that's a true story. His name's Robert Pinkton. Sorry. Yeah, Robert Pinkton.
So maybe it is good to probably go vegetarian, unless you're eating Venus flytraps. I don't know.
No. Look, if you want to go vegetarian, that's absolutely fine. But I know vegetarians that are they're skinny, they're pale, they're white. But no, man, eat meat. We have been eating meat for thousands of years, guys. I don't know why we should stop eating meat because a bunch of snowflakes. It's cruelty to animals. Excuse me, but we've been killing animals for thousands of years. Get over yourself. I'm sorry, but we're going to be losing industries here. Everyone eats meat. Bloody snowflakes. I want my bacon sandwich. I want bacon on my table. I will slaughter the pig myself if I have to do it to get my bacon.
I just have to say I don't hold them views. You do what you want, whatever makes you happy, man.
Yeah, just don't impose it into other people and tell people you should go vegan. No. Why don't you go yourself? I'm going to eat meat. Give me that burger. I'll eat it in front of this vegetarian's face.
No, I don't know. I don't care, man. I go to McDonald's. I sit at my table. I eat my burger. If you want to eat your plant burger, don't bother me. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's it. Choke on it, man. Choke on your vegan joint.
Oh mate. Tell you what, bring this up. Let's go back to UFOs. Bring this up. For those who don't know, we showed clips from a documentary. Well, it's not really a documentary. It was a series of videotapes that came out during the UFO magazines. Okay, and we showed a few clips of this. Now we will find the guy that we can't stand because he talks boringly, but nevertheless, you're going to have a look at some old footage. So our good friend here says, my uncle was a pig farmer. When it comes to, hang on.
Sorry.
When it comes to humans, they eat everything except the teeth. You have to collect them up at the, really? Whoa, man.
And don't they have a problem with the hair as well? So it's best to shave them bald. I do watch too many movies, man.
Yeah, clearly. All right, let's get back to our friend here who's going to talk about some UFO sightings.
For the reality of UFOs. We visited the outer perimeters of the top secret facility known as Area 51 in Nevada, claimed by some to house crashed and recovered UFOs. It was interesting that during a time spent in nearby Las Vegas, we managed to film this mysterious object, which hovered in the distance right over Area 51 before shooting away at speed.
Venus.
Just a couple of years ago, while in the airport terminal of Rio de Janeiro, en route to attend a conference in Curitiba, Brazil, a pencil-thin object appeared overhead. It lingered long enough for us to capture these astonishing images.
Daily vitamins, dirt on the screen.
The very next day, while outside the conference venue in Curitiba itself, this unusual object appeared overhead. Was it pure coincidence that such objects should suddenly manifest themselves in front of an invited audience?
I'm messing about.
In December last year, I had the good fortune to attend the first World UFO Forum in the Brazilian capital, Brasilia. The following sequence is taken from the opening ceremony, and perhaps reflects the stature attached to what was by far the biggest and perhaps the most important UFO conference ever staged in the history of the
Ain't
subject.
they all school kids?
A esperança deste fórum é que a ufologia se transforme num forte instrumento.
As you've no doubt already gathered, the importance that some attach to the UFO subject overseas is in stark contrast to the ridicule which is often heaped upon it here in Britain and the United States. Nonetheless, UFO researchers continue to plug away. These researchers are looking for something tangible which can be used as material evidence in the great debate. One of these is photo and video analyst Russell Callahan, who combines his professional work with sifting through alleged UFO images that can often surface from the most surprising of places. On the 15th of September 1991, the Space Shuttle Discovery videotaped several glowing objects that floated along just above the Earth's horizon, before sharply changing direction, apparently in response to a flash on the upper surface of the atmosphere. Watch now as two streaks, some say missiles, passed through the same region of space vacated by the object. While NASA maintains the smaller objects were nothing more than ice crystals, a claim dismissed by Dr. Jack Kasher, PhD, another segment of footage picked out by Russell Callahan might yet prove to be more significant.
Jack Kasher, PhD, was intrigued.
He's back.
He wanted to back NASA's claims that ice crystals affected by the rockets and the boosters on the space shuttle were what we were seeing on this particular videotape. He was astonished to find that on 5 separate occasions, not only could he prove that it wasn't ice crystals, but what we're looking at are intelligently controlled craft, leaving and entering the Earth's atmosphere. Those are Dr. Kasher's own claims. But the concentration has been on the streaks across the sky and the flashes. The flashes could well be the booster rockets of the shuttle maneuvering it in space. But further on, there's another piece of footage which is more interesting to myself, that could actually show something that's not supposed to exist. What we're looking at here is an HL20. It's a prototype, it's an artist's drawing, it's an impression. It's never been built, so we're led to believe. The concept is for a 10-man shuttle, or a small amount of payload, something that could be launched into space cheaply to feed our impression of Space Station Freedom. It could be a support vessel. Well, take a look at these 3 images. 3 frames from the STS-48 footage. A distant object filmed from what is basically a security type camera, a small black and white camera, not made for TV images, not made for production use, just so that the astronauts on board the shuttle can actually see what's going on inside the payload bay. Well, the payload bay is empty at this point.
I like that one.
3 frames, we've seen a triangular-shaped object
I like that.
coming
That's
towards the
pretty
shuttle.
good.
The camera actually follows it, and the light area at the top is actually the atmosphere of the Earth, as the arm with the camera on pans and tilts to follow this object. Now we can see clearly a delta-shaped wing and a tail. Don't forget, this is still probably several thousand feet away from the space shuttle. But if we read what the Langley Research Centre told us about the HL-20 and their idea that a small shuttle, 29 feet long, capable of carrying up to 10 astronauts into low Earth orbit or small amounts of payload, all very interesting. But the thing that they claimed back in the 1980s are that with its wings folded, it will fit inside the payload bay of the shuttle. Now, what more? An empty shuttle bay, a camera. Are we watching the HL-20 or a prototype of the HL-20 coming into the shuttle? Who knows? But these questions have never been answered by NASA or by anyone else.
Yep, and they will never be answered.
STS-80 is much more recent than STS-48. STS-80 was at the end of 1996. What you're about to see, well, watch. In the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, 3 objects forming a triangular shape.
Yeah.
You think if somebody was watching and they had the facility to zoom with the camera, then they'd get closer. Let's have a proper look. And indeed, that's just what they do. The footage you've just seen was sent to us by the San Francisco UFO Museum. Remarkable as it is, it's been offered to news companies, documentary makers, broadcasters alike. It's yet to be seen on British television. Why?
Perhaps the best visual images of UFOs to surface in recent years has been those taken over Mexico.
That's pretty cool. That's the thing.
Where did you come from? Hello?
These extraordinary images brought to this country by UFO researcher Santiago Garza amply demonstrate why Mexico has become the UFO hotspot of the world. Another leading figure helping to bring such images to a much wider world audience is television presenter and UFO researcher Jaime Maussan, among the guest overseas speakers at the 1998 Leeds International UFO Conference. Jaime often comes across all manner of strange and bizarre images while researching the UFO phenomenon, but surely none more strange or bizarre than the sequence you are about to see now. This remarkable footage is claimed to have been taken in New Mexico in the early part of 1997. Watch closely as the UFO descends to the ground. Note the rising dust and debris from impact. Then see how the UFO takes back to the air, only to descend one final time before exploding on impact. Watch the sequence again. Note the clouds of dust, the vapor trail, and also note how the picture remains
So this is the white sand UFO crash.
still, indicating it was possibly mounted on a tripod and that the cameraman knew what to expect. The UFO crash video might be nothing more than images taken of an experimental aircraft or missile that badly malfunctioned, but then again, who's to say? It's yet another piece to add to a puzzle that continues to fascinate and attract the attention of millions throughout the world. Sure enough, the images that we've seen and the accounts that have accompanied them could be construed as hard evidence, but of what specifically? Are aliens visiting our planet?
Yes.
If so, who are they? Where are they from? And why are they here? These are deep-seated questions that will eventually be answered in the course of time. But time for now.
Really, mate? Well, we're 25 years later and we're still asking that question.
At any rate, is against us. We hope very much that you've enjoyed this presentation and are a little better informed as a result. Keep watching the skies, and I hope you can join us again in Volume 2 of UFOs, Hard Evidence.
Would you like to continue the journey of UFO hard evidence? Because I think I had a few more videos to show, but yeah, it's if you want to find that, guys, this is the UFO channel to find Paranormal X. I don't think they uploaded in a while, to be honest with you, 8 months ago, but yeah, got some stuff on there. So yeah, what do you think about that, Hayden?
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah.
I always liked the White Sands video,
Yeah.
but
Was it ever debunked?
it's not debunked, but it's not like, because I think the main on the other side that everybody's tend to go with is it's experimental, something, because it's military.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But I always liked that footage. That's why I was playing the panpipes.
Yeah. I think we played that one. I don't forget anything on that one there.
But yeah, man, yeah. It's nice. It's where it's at.
Pretty much. Yeah. Still struggling to find at least decent footage anyway.
No.
I think we've seen all these last time.
Hold on. Somebody said something. Let me see. I upped a few videos on my channel from that folder that were interested. Oh man, I haven't even gone back to that. So sorry. You know, the folder he sent over.
Oh yeah. I got to check through that actually. I'll probably talk about it tomorrow.
Have you gone in it? I haven't gone back in it.
I've got it saved on my favorites here. I just need to go through it and all that. But yeah, I tell you what, let me write that down for my notes. So I need to sort out for tomorrow's show. Rotary UFO file. Okay, yeah, cheers, Rotary. I'll get onto that, mate. Yeah, but I do appreciate the links and everything. White sand is a bouncing bomb. All right. See, the 90s were a better time. Good music with some good UFO footage. Brilliant.
We got some white smoke blazing up over here too. ain't just the Vatican got that white smoke. Ain't that right, Nick?
That car just let that one off. That's a man-made one, that one.
Oh, it's cold in there.
I just saw the people in that car let that one off. blowing in the wind direction. Now just let it off.
I know that feeling. See, if that's not moving though, I don't know. Because that looks like a constellation to me. There's some good stuff on this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just like...
See, I don't know if that's flashing because the camera's moving. It seems like it's flashing.
Yeah, that's flashing.
I'd go for a helicopter. But I'm not seeing a red light. But I don't know. Bombard us with all this crap. See, we've got nothing. This is what I mean. I know you guys don't want to see dots in the sky. There's nothing we can hold it up to. Do you get what I mean? Like it's just blackness.
Yeah, this is the problem with even with old footage, especially at night, because we're dealing with very poor quality.
It's not even old.
Here.
It's not even old footage. We get some of this new footage that's like this.
Yeah, yeah. See what else we got.
No, it's got some interesting stuff in here.
Yeah, yeah, I know for sure, for sure.
I don't know what we're supposed to be looking at. Here we go. I don't know what that is neither. Hey-o. That looks interesting. I don't know what that is, man. Oh, that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So we got no point of reference. But see, when at the beginning, when he was zoomed in, we had a point of reference. Something on a rocket. I don't know, man.
Yeah, what we're dealing with here is a lot of out of focus. Yeah, this is out of focus.
This is hard, not evidence. See what we got here. I think you really just like the music.
this is a basic iris motor. The principle of the iris motor is to regulate the amount of light entering the camera. The iris motor will open on very dull scenes and poorly illuminated scenes and close down on very high intensity or brightly lit scenes. We actually have no idea what this sort of object is here in the sky. It could be a reflection from a plane or some other light source. But as the camera starts to zoom in, you can clearly see here the shape of the actual iris elements within the lens section of the camera. It appears to be caused by a reflection of light entering the front of the camera and bouncing around between the lens elements. And of course, sandwiched between the lens elements is, of course, the iris motor.
So Jeremy Corbell made the same mistake not a lot, well, it was a few years ago when he was seeing the triangle effect in the sky. It is the same thing. It's the same thing.
Is that a star? Is that a UFO? I don't know at all.
Just let you know what the people are thinking. Oh man.
Do you want me to continue?
Oh, I don't know, because this seems like it's a lot of debunking.
It is a lot of debunking on here. I mean, if we just sort of go to the daytime ones and have a little look.
Look at some morphine.
Okay, all right. That's it. That's enough old videos. Yeah, Rotary, if you I've just subscribed to your channel, mate, which is pretty good.
Oh, that ain't me. I hope my phone don't ring. Yeah. So it's still bugging me though.
Mm.
You know that.
What's that?
How the hell Kanye could get that song on YouTube?
I got to Google this. Hang on. So let's bring this up. Got this?
What is it?
UFO sighting. What Rotary just sent me. Look in the middle.
I'm looking in the middle.
Right, where we supposed to skip it? Oh, where are we to? No. Oh, there. Yeah, you definitely see it.
Was there two of them?
Looks like it. No. There's two. Yeah.
I don't know. Fighter jets, you would have heard something.
Yeah, you can hear the wind. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good video, that is. Yeah, really good. It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good one, Rotary. Yeah. Rotary put that one in chat, so if you want to go check that out. Yeah, really good one. Awesome. So, as we're coming into 2.5 hours, I think we should sort of do a bit of a roundup, and sort of what have we learned in the last year of doing the live streams. Or should we just skip that over and just end the show?
What have you learned? You were nervous.
Yeah. Well, when I first started, this is before I took over Alien Addict, I was so nervous. But I think after so many months of doing it, you get to know the chat, you get to know the community. And it's just nice to actually have these conversations to a certain degree, obviously speaking code. But yeah, it's been a good learning curve. But there's one thing I've learned is to be even more skeptical. I wouldn't say skeptical, but be really 50-50 on what information I'm reading or what I'm coming across online. I think we all have to do that. But it's been fun. It's been a good laugh, a really good laugh, and we've got plenty more shows to do. So I can't believe it's been a year, mate. Can't believe it's been a year. So yeah, Yeah, it's good to 420 with someone as well. It's nice.
Well, that's it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm stoned.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, am I too close to the microphone, Rory? Is it probably my microphone's been pretty crap? But yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
I don't
Good
know.
fun.
I know I should be saying something, but it's been a pleasure. It's so like I don't know what to say. See what I mean? Everything sounds stupid.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
I'm
All right,
stoned.
Rory, that's cool, man. Okay.
What's happened?
No, I thought it was my microphone. I thought I was speaking too close to it or something like that. But no. But yeah, it's been it's not the last one. It was just celebrating a year. But yeah, it's been good fun. Been good fun. What we're gonna do next? Alistair Crowley, wouldn't it? Alistair Crowley.
Yeah, but
we got time for me.
Yeah, but we got to work on that show. So yeah.
Yeah, what we're going to do that next week or the week after? What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
I haven't researched anything into it just yet.
There you go.
Do you want to do week after? Not next week, but the week after that.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. So that would be on. Let me grab the calendar. That will be on Wednesday, the 21st. We'll be going live. Okay, so not next week, but will be the week after. And talk about Mr. Crowley himself. Yeah.
Be interesting too, man. See, a lot of weird things are going on in this world too, isn't it? You know, have you heard about the there was a power to the Canary Islands power blackout?
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Today, wasn't it?
It was today. It's been a few of them actually. In the last week or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And you know what's been going on with our supermarkets and stuff?
No.
You don't know about that? The
No,
Tesco. Is it not Tesco? Sorry, let me get this right. Co-op. Marks and Spencer's and Harrods. You know, the big thing in London. Harrods. Or am I saying it? What is it? Harrods.
Harrods, yeah.
They've all had some sort of cyber attack on them.
Huh. Okay.
And you heard about this?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah,
new to me.
Co-op had a massive data breach. I think I don't know the exact numbers, but I think it's safe for me to say that it's probably over 100 million customers.
Bloody hell. So is their private information all been taken?
that's all that's been confirmed.
Yeah, with a data breach, it depends on what data. There's so many different data you can take, which is one of the biggest industries in the world. Data. So yeah, I mean, the other week, my missus was streaming on Twitch, and then suddenly we'll have a power cut. Boom, it'll come back on again, and it happened for about a few hours. Happened 7 times. Like the power will cut off. And that was during the blackouts.
Really?
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, over here.
Yeah. In my area, yeah.
I can't remember the last time we've even had a power cut for, you know.
Yeah, wow, yeah. But it's very unusual. But I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but it seems to be quite a common occurrence now around the world.
I think a lot of weird shit's going down, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it because, look what's happening as well. I mean, it's the Diddy trial.
A distraction, maybe.
The
That's a
diddler.
big distraction.
The diddler.
The diddler.
It's his trial.
All right.
I've been seeing that they've been. It's something that I don't know. Do I want to follow? But I think there's something to it.
In all honesty, I haven't looked into it personally myself. So, oh, my cat is driving me mental.
I think there's. I'm not gonna. It's gonna open up a whole Pandora's box to the industry. Although, you know, with certain, about links to you into like conspiracies, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I hate to use the word conspiracy, but this is how we say it. So then I can talk. I can speak in a different way, and I can say there is a conspiracy theory where some people believe that there is a cabal that is in the industry, and they use the kind of stuff that we will touch upon with Aleister Crowley, called the sex magic. And some of that involves sacrifice and rituals and stuff. Now this is the conspiracy theory. Now, what is PD up, Mr. the Diddler, up for?
The R word. The R word.
No. It's where you move people from one place to another.
Trafficking, yeah.
So that's going to be, and it's I saw somewhere, and I don't know how true it is, but so I don't know what to say on that. But I saw somewhere that I know there's going to be some names that we're going to have heard of, even you, my friend.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's yeah, I know. Some of the allegations.
They were trying to set a jury. This is how insane it is. Well, not insane, but just how it's going to be crazy. They were just trying to set for the jury, and some of the people's names that they were throwing about, asking what the questions were, do you know these people? And I think one of them was like Denzel Washington. Not saying he's implied in anything, because I don't know, but that's what they allegedly were saying. Like, do you know this person? Have you heard of that person?
Right. I'm going to be honest. I think it's going to shock a lot of people, but yeah, I think we are witnessing the death of the celebrity status, the high praise these celebrities and even these pop stars used to get. And you start to see the true colors and how twisted and dark the industry is.
See, I think something's actually, I don't know. Me personally, man, I think something's coming. Something is afoot. And I think they're gonna, because I don't understand how this man ain't been killed. I mean, I'm taken out. I don't know how to put it, because look, I'll be honest, man. I think they took Epstein out.
No, I don't think so on that one.
I do. I think the FBI has been very quiet because we do know that the man was heavy on surveillance. He had cameras everywhere. And on those cameras, he had quite a few people.
Yeah, it would make sense to bob him off, but at the same time,
but
he has.
But the tapes, where are they?
Yeah, it's also been hushed, or was sorted out. No, or they were confiscated by someone else, not
Yeah.
the FBI.
FBI got them. This is all like known. And that's not to say what went on that island. This is the shit in New York that he had. You know, like where Andrew is implicated, Prince Andrew, if you want to call him. You know where he's implicated in this. Not along with that famous picture. But he's implicated in Epstein was picked up for inappropriate behaviors.
Yeah.
Right? And he come out of prison, and that prison, that time when he came out of prison, Prince Andrew went over along with some other people. Right? That we would have heard of. Sure. And they were there for that weekend. And see, Prince Andrew acknowledges that. He even said, look, I was out there just to say, look, our friendship's done. Our business dealing's done. We're done. I'm like, well, you know, you took the whole weekend. You were out there from Friday and come back on Monday.
Yeah. You're not going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth from these people, no matter what task force coming forward who promises to release the files. I don't think you can get any truth, in my opinion.
This is why it's interesting about the diddler. They're gonna because it's getting a day in court, they're gonna have to show what they got. Or what they can show what they got, unless he pleads a deal. I'm just interested in what they got, because I guarantee you what they got is just a little tip of that iceberg. Don't you think? Do you know? You know what I'm on about with these things. Wait till you do your research into Aleister Crowley, then you'll understand what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, when you look at like Diddy and what he was doing, they were just all banging each other, man. They just wanted fucking ass just to pound. I'm sorry to say it, but that's, you know, there was. It's just what it is. They were a bunch of gay men who just like pounding man's ass. That's what it was. That's what they liked. I don't think they had any ritual sex magic going into that. It's just Diddy was a massive perv and a massive closet homosexual who liked pounding gay ass. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It's I'm not suggesting.
Yeah, but you know what? That's fine. But put it on the same level of what he was up to, like Epstein was. Very interesting movies, guys. And I'll say this to you, Nick, is a film called Don't Blink Twice. Has anybody seen that movie? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, no.
Very interesting movie. Very interesting movie. And the reason why I'm referring to that is Diddy similar had an island. And he used to have some white parties there. Now check out this little movie.
Okay. Yeah.
It's called Blink Twice, and I'm gonna give her a plug. It was it was Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. She's behind it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean for instance, if you look at like BDSM parties, there's stuff like that has always been going on, you know.
To what level? And then when you're talking about consensuality, is that even a word?
Well, it depends on what you're really into, isn't it? Really.
I don't know. all I'm gonna say is there's some nefarious things going on. I mean,
Okay.
you tie into what Cat Williams was alluding to when he was talking about the house parties he went into.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Cat
No,
Williams.
and they tried to get rid of it. That's why all I'm just trying to say is Diddy's one's going to be interesting, man. And in this kind of thing, sorry.
No, that's the information comes out. This is it.
Yeah. Will he strike a deal? Will he get bumped off?
Go into hiding. Never know.
Because it's just him as well. There's no other people been indicted with him. Am I correct in that?
Oh, I don't know, but I don't think so. It's all about Diddy, isn't it?
Did he or didn't he?
Fiddler D or something. I don't know.
Oh, on that note, man, I'm sorry. I got a bit stoned and started yammering on because
that's cool.
I don't know about you, Nick. I think things are spiritual. I think it's more
Kanye.
Oh, goddamn Kanye. How the hell can you put that song on YouTube and we can't say Mr. Mustachio, man? Not that I would want to, but if it should slip up in a conversation, but he can do a song. It's unfair.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, dear.
So anyways, that's it.
Oh, my God. I just Googled it. Yeah. He literally did that, did he?
What was that?
The song.
Oh, don't play it, man.
No. The song title. He literally called it that, did he? Jesus Christ. Oh, dear.
And the chorus, he's got them saying it. Well, he's saying it, or it's a chorus saying it.
Jesus Christ.
It's so unfair, isn't it? I feel like that little kid in the schoolyard, and I got my little chocolate roll, and I'm watching this kid with his big bar, man. So unfair.
Jesus Christ.
How can he get away with that? How can YouTube play that?
I have no words.
Do you see why? Can you see why when I seen it on YouTube, I just thought, man, this is so unfair.
Oh my God, I'm reading the lyrics. Oh my God. Oh my God, the chorus. It's just
told you.
There's 3 bloody words.
That is a no-no on YouTube.
I'm checking out the comment section. If you want to laugh, just have a look at the comment section. I think that's the only way you're gonna. Oh my God, my ears are bleeding. Anyway, guys, let's call it quits. There, I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired now. So yeah, check me out tomorrow on Alien Addict, as it is a conspiracy. I'm at 9 o'clock. Check me out tomorrow. It is a pub quiz or conspiracy UFO pub quiz tomorrow on Alien Addict. No German UFOs. So if you are joining me tomorrow on the live stream, have a pen and paper ready, and we'll be talking about some conspiracies, and come have some fun with me in my pub. So yeah, but no, great show, guys, as always. Well, I don't know if it was a good show at all, but nevertheless, thanks to everyone in chat.
It's been good to you.
It's been good to me, but yeah, I appreciate everyone in chat. It's been lovely as always. It's been very nice. Yeah.
That's it. I got nothing to say.
Okay, that's cool, man. I think you're stoned
Okay.
too much, so
No, but honestly, thank you for turning up, man. Thank you.
that's cool, man. That's
Much,
cool.
much appreciated. But guys, also check out what's going on with the diddler. Let's see. Should we take bets? Will he make it to court?
I reckon he would. I reckon he would. Yeah, but a lot of money is going to be involved. So yeah.
Well, but anyways, good night. God bless. And that's it. I need to press buttons.
Press buttons. I'll see you soon, guys. In chat. Take care.
For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known and illuminated. Stay blessed and keep safe. This is the hidden underbelly. Stay blessed and keep safe.